Okay, pilots. Here we go with step 4. I gotta put my fan units together here. Now, what we got here is the FMS 70mm fan unit. Goes in the SU-30. Okay. 12 blade. And we got the E-Flight EFL M1850, a 2860-1850 kV motor. Okay, I'm gonna put it in here. Let me make sure where I gotta go this way, because my leads go into the side of the jet fuselage. I've got to have my 2 motors with the leads going inside like this. Okay. But let me check right quick. Let me make sure this. Yep, that's gonna be perfect. That's exactly what we want right there. Check, check. Okay, now let's see if we can get these holes lined up, which was tough. See there? I touched that shaft. You can't touch that shaft once you get that hole lined up. And that just don't want to go in there. Alright, now when you get it started, you don't want to really tighten it down now. You just want to get it snug here. Line the other holes up. And on the screw set, you got to be careful. 4 screws has got big heads on them. 1 screw's got a small head on it. That small head's for your spinner. So kind of check on that. And what I'm doing here, pilots, I'm going to the opposite side over there. See that? Just getting them started and just barely hitting the mount there. It's hard to see. Everything's black inside there. Alright, we got a little tug on that, and I'm going to cross over to the other side. And just give that a little tug, and I'm going to come over here to this one. Give that a little tug, and cross over. Give that a little tug, just get them up there. And then you're going to start crossing over and tightening them just a little bit, each one. Tighten a little bit, tighten a little bit. Cross over and tighten a little bit, tighten a little bit. Back over to that same one you started at, tighten, tighten. You'll feel it. You'll feel it when it stops. It won't go no more. You'll feel it. See that? I'm already slipping there. Causing me to slip. I'm slipping. I'm slipping. So you got them good and locked up there. Okay, next step is our collar here. We'll put that on the shaft. You push it all the way down, and I like to bring it up back up about 1 millimeter. Just bring it up about 1 millimeter. And we'll put a lock on it there. That squeezes down on that collar to that shaft. Now we want to take the fan unit, this hollow one in. See? Or fan, 12 blade fan. So, right. And they've got some teeth here on that collar lock. Okay. And we got little vents in it. Or supports. We want to make sure that locks into that. Yep, locks into them. And we put our washer on it. We put a nut on it. Now I've put the same unit into 2 other jets. This is the 3rd one I put it in. And I'm going to put a nut on it. Now, I have put the same unit into 2 other jets. This is the 3rd one I put it in. And when I would crank them things up and get a taxi test, they sounded pretty balanced to me. I mean, they sounded good. So I'm gonna trust this and go ahead and balance it. Now I use a adjustable wrench here when I do this. Now you just kind of put a little tighten on it, and I move my hand to another set of fans. There you go. Move my hands to another set of fans, so that I won't keep putting pressure on those same two fans. Let me at least get it on here. Let me turn that one on a little bit more, so I can at least get the wrench on there. Get a hold of it. Give it a little bit there. Then we're gonna change fan blades again. I'm gonna go all the way around this way. I'm gonna hold on them blades best I can. Keep them blades from moving. There we go. Give it a spin. Make sure them blades ain't hitting the sides of that unit. Yeah, they sounded great, pilots, in them other jets I put them in. There's our FMS fan unit so far. So I gotta put a cap on here, spinner. It kind of goes over a rim there, but what I like to do, pilots, I kind of like to leave it loose. Just leave it loose. Let's get that screw started, okay? Now on that screw, we're gonna need a smaller shaft screwdriver with a large head, large Phillips head on it, so that it'll fit down into that hole that the spinner has. There we go. See there, pilots? It's just a little bit there. Now, since it's turning the motor, that means it's closing up on that little rim there. That's what it's doing. So now we got to hold on them fans again. But we don't really have to put a good tightening. I mean, you gotta tighten it, but it ain't got to be. You don't want to bust the spinner, that's for sure. But my fiery booties, I hope's on the way. And we'll give her a little tighten there. Yep. There we go. There's that unit. Now, I gotta put them in, but first, I've got to do all the gluing. Look at mine, it's holding that screw. I got to do all the gluing on the ring burners. So, check this out, folks. Now, my this is totally different from what I just done, and I ain't really finished this yet. Gloss. Notice the gloss. Okay, now what these are right here is what was used in Vietnam. It was called walleyes. That was their nickname. But they was television guided missiles. Okay. F4s, F-105s, A4s. They would go in and take bridges out, you know, strategic targets. And that right there is what they put on the bottom of the jet as the aimer, you know, target, television screen. Oh yeah. Okay, so I've got my silver lining there on all what I think, because it's going to be hanging upside down. You just got the little tooth and groove. Note the F-15 decals. Okay. Now the bottoms are going to be black. That's going to be black. It's going to be black on that tip. It's going to be gloss black on that tip. As it's hanging from the jet, as he's toting his walleyes, going in for the target kill. Alright, got a cockpit canopy over here. Note the shape and square. Note what it looks like. Note the color over there I plan on painting. Might have something in the future there that might be a new Japanese aircraft. Oh yeah. The pilots, played enough. I'm out.